Guys, oh my gosh, my eyebrows look so crazy. But I am in the airport. Y'all know I never go live. Y'all probably looking like, what? Angel B is live. But I'm sitting in the airport. I have like an hour before my plane even starts to board. So I figured I would just come on and kind of talk to you guys for a minute and talk about. I have a crazy story. I have a crazy story to tell you guys about when I first got here. Um, so I'm in the airport waiting for my flight, but I originally drove. I originally drove down here. So this whole trip kind of started off kind of crazy. Um, I drove down here from Detroit. I'm in Detroit, and Indianapolis is only like 4 hours away from me, maybe 4.5 hours. So it's not that far. So I drove down here with my husband on Tuesday evening. And do you know by Wednesday morning, my rental car had gotten stolen? Hey, you guys, if you're just popping in, hey, Sonia, Nani, hey, hey, Deanna, hey, Paula. Yeah, my flight is only an hour. My flight is only an hour. Um, so it should definitely be fine. Hey, you guys popping in. But yes, so I drove down here on Tuesday, and the plan was for me to drive back home. And yeah, they stole my rental car. My rental car got stolen right out of the hotel parking garage. It was so crazy. Like they it was on video and everything. Like we got a video from the parking garage owner, and you can see my car. They drove my car right through the gate. They broke the gate to get out of the parking garage, because the parking garage you have to pay to park there. So when I went into the garage, I had to take a ticket, and when I went to leave, I would have to pay the ticket. And so in order to get out of the garage, you have to have the ticket. Now, I had the ticket with me in my hotel room. It was in my purse. So they couldn't get out of the gate because they didn't have the ticket, because I had the ticket with me. So they just drove my car right through the gate, broke the gate. The gate was on the ground, on the floor, completely broken. And it was all on video. The only thing is they didn't have it, they couldn't see who was driving it. But yeah, they drove the car right through the gate, broke the gate, took the car. And then there's a bunch of conventions going on right now. So when I tried to get a replacement rental car, they didn't actually have any cars to give me. They would have given me another car, a replacement car. All of the rental companies were out of cars. They had no cars to even give me. Like, they told me they can give me a car on Monday. So I would have had to sit here until Monday when somebody maybe turned in a car for me to drive home. So I had to book a flight. So yeah, I'm at the airport waiting for my flight. Hey, everybody watching. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, crafting is my business. Thank you. Have a safe flight. Hey, hey, hey. So the car was a Polestar, which is an electric car. Yeah, it was on the charger. When I got into the parking garage, I had to put the car on the charger because it was an electric car. They took it off the charger and everything. Took it off the charger. Ugh. Hey, Carla. So I don't know if they found it. Hertz actually owns the car. So if they find it, they're going to contact Hertz. They're not going to contact me. All I have to do is file a claim with Hertz and let them know that, I have the insurance and stuff. So all I had to do was file a claim. But if they ever do find the car, they're going to contact Hertz. So I'm not sure if they found it. Yeah, this was yesterday morning right before the engagement. But so I wanted to tell you guys that story, number one. But number two, I wanted to kind of talk about the speaking engagement that I had today. So for those who don't know, I'm actually in Indianapolis I was here for the Graphics Pro Expo. And for those who don't know, the Graphics Pro Expo, they do multiple shows a year. So I know they do like Charlotte, they do Indianapolis, and there's a couple other cities that they go to throughout the year. But once a year at one of the cities that they stop at, they do the Start Here Academy, which is where basically people who are kind of like not necessarily beginners, you don't have to be a beginner to go, you can be more established to go as well, but they have the Start Here Academy for people who just want to learn how to kind of grow within their business. So there was a couple speakers, I was one of them. Aaron Montgomery was a speaker, and he talked about, I can't remember the exact topic he was talking about, but he was basically talking about, again, business. And then the other girl, Lori, I believe her name was Lori Champagne, she was talking about how to have peace and productivity in your business. So she was just kind of giving pointers about, how she maintains her peace in her business. And then I was talking about how to make sales in your business and influence people. So that was the topic that I had. I do have some video. Hopefully I'll be able to post it a little bit later. I don't have the official video yet. Yep. I was here in Indy when it happened. I was I was right across the street from the convention center. They stole it from a garage right out. That was right next door to the convention center. Any property in car. So actually, my husband came with me, and my husband needed to fly out on Thursday, so yesterday morning, because our 6-year-old was graduating kindergarten. And I wasn't going to be able to make the graduation, so basically he decided he was going to fly home on Thursday morning so that he can make the graduation. So before we left, he parked his car at the airport so that when he landed, he could just get in his car and drive home so that he could make the graduation. We had his car keys. The car keys were in the car that they stole, and he didn't have a spare. So they stole my husband's car keys to his other car. So that was a whole mess. He had to take a lift home, and then he had to get a locksmith to meet him at the airport with his car to make another key for his actual car that he drives on a daily basis. But other than that, that was the only thing that was in the car. Everything else was out, but it was just his car keys to his car. Other than that, they didn't take anything else. It was just the car. But yeah, Indianapolis was an experience for sure. But yeah, the Graphics Pro Expo, it was definitely, I have a little bit of content that I'm going to try to put into a video to show you guys all of the machines that I saw, or the ones that there was a lot of DTF. There was a lot of DTF. So I know last year when I went to the one in Charlotte, there was a handful of DTF, but there wasn't a whole lot. There wasn't a whole lot of DTF. To this time, at this expo, it is very DTF forward. You guys, there was no sublimation. There was no sublimation. There was no vinyl. There was none of that. So DTF is definitely so popular right now. It's very, very popular, very sought after right now. DTF and DTG were the top 2 things in screen printing. Screen printing was number 3. So it was DTF, DTG, and then screen printing was number 3. But they had some really nice, also very expensive machines. I did record a little bit of some of the higher end DTF machines. I did record a little bit of the higher end screen printing machines. They were electric. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the screen printing machine where they have multiple, where you You put the shirt on there, you bring the screen down, you do the ink, and then you spin it. And then you can do another shirt and you spin it, but you have to manually spin it. They have a machine where it's electric. All you have to do is put the t-shirt on there, and it electronically pulls down the screen. It electronically drags the ink. It electronically spins, and then the next station over, there's an oven that cures the ink. And then the next station after that is another color. So if you want to do a second color, it's like a station, it's an ink station, and then a heat station, and then an ink station, and then a heat station, and it goes in a circle electronically. The only thing you have to do is put the shirts on, and there was like 10 stations. So you could load 10 shirts, walk away, and then come back when those 10 shirts are done. Load 10 more shirts, walk away, come back when those 10 shirts are done, because it was all electric. It did it all by itself. And I didn't even check to see how much that machine cost, because I just know that's a whole house amount. There was one machine, it was a DTF maybe, or DTG, I can't remember if it was DTF or DT. No, it might have been UV. It might have been a UV printer that Eve really liked. We went live last night on Eve's channel, and she was talking about the UV printer, and it was like $90,000. That machine was huge. It was huge. Like, it was the size of my living room. It was huge. It was $90,000. It was a lot. It was a lot going on there. Definitely an experience. No sublimation. No, I mean, there was like, I think there was like one person. I think Siser was there. Siser had some HTV, some vinyl, but that was it. That was it. It was mostly DTF and DTG. I'm reading out 24. Sounds fun, Nani. Thank you, Stephanie. Yeah, my flight is only an hour, so from Indianapolis to Detroit, it's only about an hour flight, so I'll be home pretty quickly. But yeah, what are you guys up to? I still have like an hour before I even board. One thing that I really kind of took away from this whole experience, because you guys, I don't necessarily go live a lot. I get nervous talking in front of people. I get nervous going live, all of these things. And when I did my presentation, I didn't think that people would find value in it, because I feel like because this is, I have a craft channel, I feel like, and I don't necessarily sell my crafts either, I feel like, when I try to give business tips, people may not necessarily find my information valuable, because I don't actually sell my products. So, but it was so interesting to see that when I was talking about how to make sales and how to influence people, there was a lot of people who found what I had to say very valuable. I know that this is a craft channel, but I have so much business information. My husband has been a business owner for 7 years, and before I even got into doing crafting, I was helping him get his business started. He owns a Medicare insurance agency with multiple agents and has been doing it successfully for 7 years. My husband is very, very successful in his business. And all of the back office things was done with trial and error. Like, we didn't have a financial advisor when we started. We didn't have an accountant. We did not have, any of those things. So everything that we did business-wise was all trial and error. We made a lot of mistakes, but because of that, I just have a lot of business knowledge that I feel like I should start sharing more. especially when it comes to social media, especially when it comes to like the back office of things and like taxes. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got hit with some pretty hefty tax fees because we did things incorrectly in the beginning. But yeah, I just have so much business knowledge that I feel like I should start sharing, because there's a lot of people who want to, like, a lot of people do this for a hobby, but there's a lot of people who want to turn this from a hobby into a business. They want to turn this into a business. And I kind of want to, I guess, do more as far as like being a vessel for trying to help people turn their craft hobbies into full-time businesses, because the process is simple, but it's tedious. It's not easy, but it is simple. Hopefully that makes sense. It's not an easy thing to do, but it is a simple thing to do, and hopefully that makes sense. Let me look at the comments. You'll be ready for that machine a few years from now when prices drop. Yes, hopefully. It was a beautiful machine. Hey, Gabriella from Italy. Hey, Creating with Tuck. Thanks, Deanna, for coming in. A 16-hour flight is crazy. Creating with Tuck, yes, I'm in Indy right now, but I am leaving in about an hour. I do have a thank you, Gabriella. Boys and Girls Clubs of America. They will attend at the Juneteenth event tomorrow. Last minute customer. Okay. You're doing great in your live stream. I've never even done my first YouTube video. I'm too nervous. Oh, not so. YouTube videos I can do. Behind the camera, I'm fine behind the camera, because you can edit. You know, if I stumble on my words or, you know, say something wrong, you can just delete it and do it over. It's, you know, being behind the camera is actually pretty easy. Not live, but like when you're recording yourself, that's really the easy part. But when I did my first video, I did it multiple times until I felt comfortable with it. So even if you'd never post it, record the video. Record it 10 times if you have to. Record the video, listen to it, watch it, and my issue was I didn't like hearing my own voice. I thought my voice sounded so weird. I didn't like hearing my own voice. So what I did was, before I even posted my first video, I recorded that video like 10 times. And I listened to my voice and I listened to myself talk. And I got comfortable with the fact that that was me talking and that was my voice talking. And then I recorded it one more time, and then I posted like the 11th video. But that's what a lot of people are nervous about, is that they're nervous that they're going to say something silly, or people are going to laugh at them, or maybe you don't like how you sound on camera, or you don't like how you look on camera, whatever the case may be. I mean, look how I look right now. I look crazy. Okay, I was supposed to literally wash and flat iron my hair on Wednesday. Didn't even get to do that. I gave my speech in this bun because my car got stolen and I couldn't even do my hair. So I came down here with my hair not even done. People don't necessarily, in our industry, people don't necessarily care how you look. They care about what value do you have to offer. So that was my thing. I didn't like hearing the sound of my own voice. I thought it was weird. And I had to get over that. Thank you, Gabriella. I appreciate that. Okay. That's what I'll have to do. Yep, my voice. My video sounds strange. Yeah, and see, that was my issue. I hated my voice. I still don't like my voice on camera. When I watch my own videos before I post them, like when I'm editing, and when I hear my voice, I'm like, ugh. I hate the sound of my own voice, but it's just something you just have to not get over, but just learn that it's okay. You just have to learn that You think you may sound crazy, but I've never actually had anybody tell me that my voice sounds crazy. I'm the only one who has ever said that. I've never had anybody else tell me that I sound silly when I talk. It's it's a me thing. It was a me thing, something that I had to get over. So yeah, just record your video and listen to it. Like record it 10 times if you have to. Record it, watch it, and then delete it. Record it again, watch it again, and then delete it. And just keep doing it until by like I said, for me, I was doing a screen share for Canva. So don't delete it if you're actually like using physical part, like you're making a t-shirt. Don't make 10 t-shirts, okay? Do something like a screen share. Like if you use Cricut, maybe go into Cricut and design something in Cricut and just keep doing it 10 times over. Something that doesn't necessarily cost you money. Like don't make 10 t-shirts. That's just silly. Do something that wouldn't cost you money, like maybe, like I said, like a screen share. Maybe you're in Canva designing an image. Maybe you're in Cricut Design Space rearranging an SVG, something like that, right? And you're doing a voiceover for it, something that wouldn't necessarily cost you money, so that you can delete it and do it again. That's what I did. I was doing a Canva tutorial, and it was just a screen share of my laptop, and I was designing a logo or something in Canva, and I would do the whole video. It was like a 10-minute video. I did the whole video, created the logo, watched the video, and then deleted it, and then created the logo again, watched it, and then deleted it. And that was just my way of being able to get comfortable hearing my own voice and being okay with it. I'm afraid to make grammar mistakes. Girl, I say stuff back, like I still say stuff backwards. Still, even if I'm like, when I'm pressing something, because I'm just moving too fast, I may say I'm pressing this at 350 degrees and I meant 400. And I never corrected myself. But then what you can do is like when you go to edit the video, if you realize you said something incorrectly, just put it up on the screen. Just like when you go to edit, just, with a little asterisk, just put it up on the screen. I meant 400. It's, it's fixable, and it's, definitely something that isn't like a deal breaker. Hey, I'm biased. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. The values in the message, not the appearance. Yep. We're not lifestyle content creators. I mean, we might do like behind the scenes or work with me, and that would be considered like lifestyle, I guess. But I mean, we don't need these super curated videos. Like a lot of these lifestyle people who are trying to sell that, oh, look at my huge house, oh, look at my beautiful car. We don't do that. We're crafters. We craft, So it doesn't have to be like super perfect. People are coming to my channel because they want to see sublimation and DTF. I'm sure y'all don't care about what my house looks like. I'm sure y'all don't care about what my hair looks like. Okay, my eyebrows look crazy right now. It looks like I have 2 caterpillars on my face right now. But I'm sure y'all still appreciate what I'm saying, despite the fact I have 2 caterpillars on my face. You just gotta learn how to be comfortable with the information that you have versus what you look like or what you sound like. It is people like that who can start in sublimation. Wow, you have so much to offer. Thank you. You sound fine. Thanks. Thank you, guys. This what I have to do. I screen share, but Cricket's other. You got it, Nani. I think you can do it. I'm the same way. I've done lots of videos, but can't do lives because of anxiety. Hopefully, I will get there. Hey, crafty Puerto Rican guest. I think you will get there. I don't go live. I don't go live ever. So like me being live right now is specifically because I did this, talking on stage thing the other day, and it was I was so nervous when I agreed to do it because I'm not a public speaker. I'm just not. Okay, I turn red, my face turns beet red, I get sweaty, like I look flustered. I'm not good at public speaking at all. But I told myself, this year I'm going to do something outside of my comfort zone to try to make myself grow, because you become, when you stay comfortable, you stay stagnant. And there's a lot I want to do, there's a lot I want to accomplish, and I know that success is outside of that comfort zone. The kind of success, I mean, unless you reach what you consider success, because everybody's definition of it is different, right? So if you are fortunate enough to reach your definition of success and you're there, then of course you don't have to continue to step out of your comfort zone, because you've arrived at your destination, which is what you define as success. But I'm not there yet. I still have so many goals that I want to achieve. I still have so many things that I want to do. So I know that in order for me to get there, I had to do something to get myself out of that comfort zone, because I was stagnant. I was staying stagnant. I was still kind of growing, but not the way that I wanted to. So that was why I agreed to do it. And it just kind of like, normally I would be so nervous talking to you guys right now on live, because I just get nervous, but I'm not even nervous anymore, because I did that speaking engagement and now this is easy, right? I talked to a room full of there's maybe 100 people in there just staring at me. So, and now I can't even see you guys. So now this is easy, because I did something hard. Now going live this is easy, because I did something harder. You just gotta push yourself. Thank you, Crafty Puerto Rican. I've learned so much from you and the others. No, it's fine. I don't have anything but time right now. What time is it? Yeah, I still got like an hour. Hey, Precious. I don't care about your house. I love what you do. See? Hey, Softy from Turkey. I noticed that people who craft and do YouTube videos are the nicest people. Yep, unbiased. That's definitely true as well. Or even invite somebody to go on the live with you. And, even if they're not in the room and they're just on the screen with you, that way you feel like you're not talking to yourself, or, you just kind of have that somebody there to help you. The first time I went live, I can't remember if I went live before I went on Patrice's live. I don't think I did, to be perfectly honest. I think the first time I was ever live was when I was on Patrice's live. I was on somebody else's live. And then after I was on her live, then I started to go live myself. But just, get somebody in your corner that wants to see you win, because, I was talking to Patrice and she was like, yeah, I want you to come on my live and we can do, I think we did bling or something. And that was also the first time I'd ever done bling. I had never done bling. And I don't know if you guys saw that live, but y'all, I didn't even have a brush. I didn't have a brush. I had to make a brush. I made a brush, a bling brush, with a piece of paper towel and a paintbrush. I wrapped the paper towel around the paintbrush, and that was my bling brush. Okay, so, and everybody thought it was so funny. Everybody thought it was the greatest thing ever. Okay, and I was turning red. I was like so embarrassed. I'm like, why did I get on this lady's live without a bling brush? Like, who does that, right? But it ended up being fine. And then it also, that live was like, I was able to go live on my own. So if you're scared to go live, do it with somebody else. That's definitely a great piece of advice. Does YouTube have a limit on the lives? I don't believe so. I know at one point it used to be if you had a certain amount of subscribers, I think. either you couldn't go live or I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about if there's a limit. I don't think I have a limit, and I know Patrice was live one time for like 6 hours. Um, but I don't think so. I think the only limit may be if you can or cannot go live based off of the amount of subscribers. I think if you have less, is it 1,000? Maybe. Yeah, I don't remember. Don't get me lying. I don't know. But I think that's the only limitation on if you can or cannot go live, and that would be based off of how many subscribers you have. But once you do have the ability to go live, I don't think there's a limit. I saw a girl you made it work. Yeah, yeah. And y'all, I was so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed that I did not have a brush. I was cutting the flock wrong. I was doing everything wrong. And I like who gets on live and does something for the first time? Other people do it, but I was a hot mess that day. I was a hot mess. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to come talk to you guys for a minute and tell y'all my rough start to this. I cannot believe they stole that car. I really can't believe that. That was so crazy. Me and my husband been talking about that for 2 days. 2 days. Like, they really stole my car out the garage. That's crazy. I couldn't tell you whenever she did great. Thank you. But yeah, I plan on, I know I say this every time. I say this every time I go live, then I'm gonna start going live more often, and then I don't actually go live more often. But I'm going to actually make an effort to try to go live more often. Just be even if I can't do a craft, because my schedule. The reason why I feel like I can't go live more often is because my schedule is it's very very tight. For those that don't know, my youngest son is autistic, and he does a lot of therapies, and he's in speech therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and ABA therapy. So we're being very aggressive with his therapies, and because of that, it just kind of limits my schedule to like 3 hours of work time a day, which is really hard to get a lot accomplished. Okay, in 3 hours, like especially when I go into my craft studio, I have no idea if my machine is gonna work. Sometimes my DTF machine, like I go in there planning to make do a DTF project or a DTF video, and I get there and my DTF machine does. Sorry guys, I got a phone call. But sometimes I get there and my DTF machine doesn't want to cooperate, and then I spend the entire 3 hours trying to get my machine to work, and I never record the video. So I guess that like in those instances where I'm trying to troubleshoot my printer, I should just go live. I should just go live and troubleshoot my printer on live instead of wasting the whole day not doing my DCF project, not recording my video, not doing anything. I can just start going live and troubleshoot my printer on live. Right? I need to start working smarter, not harder. Did I see the mother and daughter of Two Chicks and a Hammer? I don't think so. Were they at the Graphics Pro Expo? I don't think I did. My daughter got carjacked at gunpoint last night. She only had the car too. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yes, thank God she is okay. I'll never understand why a car is that serious. I'll never understand why taking somebody's belongings is that serious to where you have to potentially harm them. Thank God it was, I didn't actually get carjacked. They just stole it when it was in the parking garage. Because I think at that point I would have just went home, like, forget all of this. Yes, that's true. I can understand that. Um, but yeah, that's crazy. Yep, my youngest son is yep, my youngest son is autistic. He's actually doing very, very well. He's more high functioning than some of the other kids in his program. So I know his physical therapist. We actually just had an evaluation with him. No, I cannot speak Arabic. But we had an evaluation with his physical therapist, well, all of his therapists, like 2 weeks ago. And his physical therapist said that she's actually graduating him from his program, so he no longer needs, sorry guys, got another phone call, but he no longer needs physical therapy. His ABA therapist is restructuring his program because the skills that she wanted him to master when he first started, which he started this year, April of this year. The skills she wanted him to master when he started the program, he has mastered. And it was supposed to take like 6 months, but it's only been 2. So she is restructuring his program so that he can continue to grow. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the fact that we are being so aggressive. So, his prognosis is looking very, very, very good. But again, that's why I'm so inconsistent here. It's just that I want my son to have the best chance possible. So if that means, I have to put what I want to do on the back burner, then that's just something I'll have to deal with. But yeah, I want him to have the best chance at life that I can absolutely give him. He's 4. He's 4 right now. But because he's gonna be an adult longer than he's gonna be a child. I won't be around forever, and of course I'm gonna take care of him, as long as I can. But what if there comes a day that I can't? I just want him to be able to have the best chance at a normal life, as normal as he can possibly get to as possible, and everything's looking good. So I know I say all the time I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna start going live more often, but I do feel like maybe I need to start going live more often because, like I said, I only have that small 3-hour window. So if I plan on recording a video and then my machine goes crazy and I can't record the video, then I should still just go live. And I feel like troubleshooting my DTF printer on live would still be valuable information. Even though it wasn't the video I wanted, it was still something. That's what I need to start doing. See, this is me trying to get out of my comfort zone and just doing what I need to do instead of thinking like everything has to go according to plan. That's how I am. Everything has to go the way I planned it, and if it doesn't, then, it's just all a mess. But I'm getting better. Thank you. You see, very bright future. Yep. He's 4. Don't apologize for being a mom. The doctor told my parent. Wow, 4 degrees. All right. right. Well, I don't want to keep you guys too long. And at this point, my husband and my dad have both called me. So I'm wondering if something's going on. So I should probably call them back. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about Indy, tell you guys my story, try to give you guys a little bit of motivation. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to go like more often. I know I say that all the time, but I am gonna try. I'm gonna try. But thank y'all for popping in with me. So I will talk to you guys later.